Hey, and welcome to my channel. You are watching another zine with me video in which I will be making a zine that is actually going to be a companion piece to an earlier zine that I made about timing. So I'll link to that video and that zine somewhere below. But before I get into what this zine is all about and how it's a companion to the previous one, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you like it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like it, check out my channel, subscribe. I post zine videos, color with me videos, painting videos, bullet journal, like a little bit of everything. So there's bound to be something that will catch your interest, I hope. So please check that out. But getting back to the zine, I'll talk a little bit about how I made it more towards the end. But first I want to talk about like sort of the concept behind it. So like I said, this is a companion piece to an earlier zine that I did. I've decided that I want to make my zines into like little mini collections with about 3 each. So this is number 2 out of 3. And my first one was all about timing. So you can check out the video for that, like I said, below. But that one is all about sort of how there's like a bigger, larger plan for your life is sort of the theme of these. And that one in particular was about the process of sort of becoming and waiting for things to happen and about timing in your life. So this one is pretty much about the same thing, but it's a little twist of a difference. I think this one is more addressing the idea of regret and the idea of like sort of missing out on things. So the quotes I chose for this book include, what's for you will never pass you. If it doesn't open, it's not your door. And strong enough to let go, wise enough to wait for what you deserve. And I picked these 3 quotes. I thought they went together really well because they all, to me, address that idea of feeling like you've missed out on different opportunities. And I've definitely felt that in my life with different things. I felt that way about people. I felt that way about opportunities in education. I felt that way about just like my environment that I lived in and not taking full advantage of the resources that were available to me. I felt that way about so many things, and I used to get really like bogged down in just sort of ruminating over all the things that I've missed out on in my life and what I have perceived myself to have missed out on. And I don't know, I don't do that as much as I used to, which is a good thing, but it still like creeps in every once in a while. It's just that sort of like feeling of regret and feeling of like, oh man, if only that had worked out, or if only that had gone the way I wanted it to. And that's such a terrible feeling to have, and I think it's so common that I really wanted to address it with this zine. So, yeah, I just find these quotes really comforting. What's for you will never pass you. Because, yeah, I think it's easy to feel that things are passing you by, and that, you know, like there's certain things out there, like again, like whether it's like relationship stuff or like job opportunities or education opportunities, like there's so many different ways to feel this way. But what matters and what's important in your life, I think, will manifest. And I really try to believe that and try to focus on this idea that there is a plan in life. And if something doesn't stay and if it goes and it passes you by, then it just wasn't meant to be. And it's a lot easier and a lot more comforting. I think a lot more true to think of it that way than to be like, oh, I messed up. I missed that opportunity. I screwed up. I chased that person away. I didn't follow through hard enough on that. You know, and I think it's really easy to beat yourself up over things that you did wrong. But just sort of letting things be a part of a bigger picture is just so comforting in my life. And I think really important. So same thing with the next quote. If it doesn't open, it's not your door. Just like, yeah, it's, I don't know, just thinking about the ways that we approach things. Like, sometimes we do try our hardest, and we put in the effort and we give it our all, but it just doesn't work out anyway. And just like, I don't know, I think that quote really addresses that. Like, if it doesn't open, it's not your door. It's not meant for you. Even though you're struggling to make it happen, it's just not meant to be. And then the last one, strong enough to let go, wise enough to wait for what you deserve. And I don't know, that one's was a newer one that I found. I haven't had that one in my life as long, but I just think it kind of fit with the idea of letting go of things that you feel regret about, and then being able to wait for something better. And I think that's a huge theme in my life, is just sort of allowing things to be in flux. And like, I don't know, just, I don't know. Just letting things sort of happen the way that they need to. So that was the theme of this book. Just very quickly how I made it. As you've seen, like, I used some gouache and watercolors in the beginning, then some Crayola color sticks. Then I folded and cut it, added some washi tape, added some scrapbooking paper, stamped out the words, drew some botanical pictures, and then just kind of like quickly decided on a layout and placed it all together. I was really happy with how quickly this one came together. It took me about an hour or so, which I think was a pretty good amount of time to spend on such a little book. So I'm pretty happy with how it came together. And I think it works really well with the companion timing book. So, but I've been talking for quite a bit, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. And until my next video, be cute, be kind, love Bandit.